let's have a small introduction to the trivium, also known as how to learn. Trivium is an old word and it talks about three sides to learning. And the first part of the trivium deals with the one side of the 90-degree triangle, the Pythagorean triangle, and it talks about three ways to study in order to get a very solid base, very solid educational base. And it really doesn't relate much to school per se, because as it says here in this first sentence of this post of mine on the Trivium, our top-down system of education works something like filling up a barrel. Your head is the barrel, and your teacher's job is to fill it up with the required material to pass the quote-unquote big test at the end of the year. Now, what this doesn't do is talk about how to learn, and that's where the Trivium comes in. Let's take a quick look. When you look at the three parts of the Trivium, you have grammar, logic, and rhetoric in that order. Now, when you read something, you're first looking at the general grammar of it, not necessarily parts of speech and those kinds of rules, but the who, what, where, and when of a subject, looking at the meanings of the words very closely, nailing down definitions, stripping away vagueness and connotations. These are things you'll become aware of as you practice using the Trivium just as a reader. You'll hear people say things, you'll see things written, and you'll see vague words and constructions that don't make sense and need more definition. The second part is formal logic, and this answers the why of a subject. This part is talking about the reasoning behind things, the Aristotelian logic and order of a sentence as you read or listen. If words are used incorrectly or illogically or assumptions are made, you're able to see the falsehoods, or sophistry, complex words used with intent to confuse in action. And the last part is classic rhetoric. This provides the how of a subject. This is you taking your knowledge, the understanding you have of language, and expressing it, either in writing or in words, preferably in front of a group. People always like to hear a good speech or hear a good story, and this is where you can share your wisdom with others through spoken word or writing or however you feel you need to express yourself. These things come into play even on subjects with regards to the SAT or other specialized exams. I did a short video on this sentence here, and even looking at something as simple as this, if you look at the subject of the sentence, it's talking about the rebels. This is just a garden variety SAT sentence, and already the grammar section of the Trivium comes into play because you have the rebels, and what are rebels, what do they do? Already it colors the sentence in a certain manner. So when you take a look at the Trivium and what it means and how you can study these things, you can really understand written and spoken word. Talk to you later.